Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another segment of the Intelligent Hustler with yours truly, Lou. So, if you're brand new to this channel, I basically talk about money, finances, the stock market, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, some online business models, and how to make money. With side hustles and everything else, how to start a side hustle. You know, um, so pretty much anything related to money. Um, and also, if you guys want some political commentary from me, I have a second YouTube page where that's all I talk about is politics 24/7 on there. Okay, and I'll be adding the description at the end of this video. So for today's video, it's gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be a story time segment on how I got my first actual job, tax-paying job, and a little bit of background info on me. Me and my family, we moved here to the United States from Brazil in 2001. I was here when 9/11 happened, so I've been here for a very long time, you know. But so my first job, I was 19 years old. I understand that most people have their first job when they're like 16, 15, 14 even sometimes. But I wasn't a um I wasn't a US citizen, and I was a US resident, but for a very long time I didn't have a social security number. Throughout my entire high school years, I didn't have a social security number. So I was kind of like I was not into the system, right? So that is why I couldn't get a actual job. What I was doing though, I was just mowing grass, shoving, shoving snow, raking leaves, you know, entrepreneurial types of activities to make money as a teenager. Um, so when I when I got the social security number and the work permit, because when you come here, when you're not a basically, even as a legal immigrant, there's so many obstacles that you gotta wait for this, you gotta wait for that. You gotta make sure all your paperwork is correct for you to get the green card. Uh, if I remember correctly, I got my green card in 2008, and then right after that, I got the work permit. So I was pretty much already behind on a lot of things, right? As a teenager, I didn't get my license until I was like 19 as well. Um, so that's when around the same time, no, before that, that's when I first got my first job. Right after high school, I worked at a pizza place not too far away from my house, and I walked to work almost every single day. And it's a good, I want to say it's a good 1.2 miles, 1.3 miles. I don't remember now, but yeah, I was a dishwasher. Um, and I started learning how the industry worked. I started learning how, okay, today there's less customers here, so they'll probably, come at hours. They'll probably, send me home earlier, so forth and so on. So I started learning I started learning how things work, basically, how businesses work. Um, and I remember, this was still like late July, August. So it was like, I was walking, it's a good distance in 85-degree heat, and then I'm washing dishes, almost 90 degrees outside. There wasn't no air conditioner in the kitchen, and I'm running, washing these plates and running them through this machine and everything else. So it was a point in my life where I was learning, I was gaining a lot of life experiences, right? Before that, I didn't really have, you know, I couldn't, I didn't have a car before this, so it was either going to school and back home, sometimes hanging out with a few friends, but I was walking everywhere. And I had no idea that there was a world out here that you could make money. Well, I kind of had an idea that there was a world out here that you could make money, but it didn't click in that anybody could start a provide their services like that, right? But um I learned a lot of life experiences back then, and I think that every great business person learns the hard way, right? They learn how to become they first learn how to be great employees before they become employers. Okay. um and it was definitely I was gaining a lot of life experience back then because I had no idea how any of this stuff worked. Okay. And I didn't stay for long. I didn't stay for long at the dishwashing place. I mean, the pizzeria place. And I remember I had to carry these big ass buckets because the pizza place, they made their own tomato sauce. So I was carrying buckets of heavy tomato sauce, you know, uh, to from one establishment to the other because it was like a pizza place. No, it was a restaurant, and it had a pizza place right next to it. And the pizza place also made the sauce for the restaurant. So I had to carry these big ass buckets back and forth every single day. Uh, Even though it was next door, it was a lot of work because I was so skinny back then. I didn't work out. I didn't lift weights or anything. And for these types of jobs, when you're doing, when you're lifting stuff and you gotta, do a bunch of physical labor, you better have some muscles. You better have, you can't just be all skin and bones. You gotta have something on you, right? So I learned quickly. I was like, this is not it, this is not it. But it was the first job that I could find, and I stuck around for as long as possible until some. There's gonna be another video for another time, but um, this older guy that had a skin disease, in his arms, he basically took my shift because the restaurant owner knew him he knew him much longer than he knew me, so they already had a relationship. So when this guy fell onto hard times and he needed a job, he quickly got into you know he basically stole my job because he knew the owner. you know so I knew early on that, use your connections, expand your network, because that is how you know especially during times of a crisis, that is how you get jobs out here, even if they are not the best jobs available. So that's all that I have for today. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share this video, comment. Please also subscribe to my other channel, and I'll see you guys later. So peace out, be safe, and I'll see you guys soon.